Sometimes I really hate going live because it's not scripted, right? Like, I'm just speaking from my heart in the moment, and it feels raw and vulnerable. And what if I screw it up? What if I say something wrong? I made it to my mom's. It's an incredibly peaceful place. She's got a fountain right in front of her apartment. I'm showing it to you. Ta-da! And there's this beautiful grass area in front of the lake. I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see. So it's an awesome place for me to come visit and just kind of recenter a little bit. As you know, I practice yoga. I post pictures about that. So I'm on my yoga mat this morning trying to regroup a little bit after the trip and of getting here and all that happened while I was doing that. And so I came to a couple realizations, and I feel like I owe all of you an apology, actually. First is because I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never done a tour before. I've never coordinated so many schedules and locations and timelines and all at one time. And I truly don't know what I'm doing. So, I mean, I know I'm coming to get hugs. That's all I know. That's the only part I know, is that I am trying to connect with twins to get hugs. And so, I owe you an apology for that, because I'm having a hard time figuring it out, coordinating things. I think it's only by the grace of God that I have the 59 hugs that I have now, because trying to make this happen has been a challenge. So there are things you can do that can help me, though. Knowing the town that you're in is awesome. That's very, very helpful. But if you could give me an address to a location that's close to the freeway, like if I send out a map of a tentative route and you're like, hey, I'm within an hour, you know, if you took this freeway, you could get to me. But what would be awesome is if there was an actual, like, address. So for some people I've met at gas stations, I know that just sounds terrible, but I met the gals last night at Bojangles, because we don't have Bojangles in California, and I love Bojangles. So Bojangles is a cool place to meet me. But also, like, if there's a waterfront place, if we're on a coast, or, you know, just your favorite place would be even better. If you have a favorite coffee stand or shop or a bookstore or anything, just something that speaks to your heart. If you want to be part of this project and you want me to come to you, I need an address. I need an address. And what helps with the address is that then I can map a specific location, and then if there's other twins that are within a driving distance, it gives them an opportunity to participate as well. I feel like I failed you guys on this trip because I just wasn't getting clarity about timelines and exact locations until while I'm literally on the road. And that does all of you a disservice. It doesn't give you enough time to plan. It doesn't give you enough time to get to me. And there's no way that I'm going to be able to reach 1,000 hugs if I keep, or if I do it, it'll take me way longer if I keep doing it the way I'm doing it right now. So I know I'm going through a learning curve and figuring out how to make this happen. And I will take all the help I can get. I will absolutely take all the help I can get. So if you can send me a specific address of where you would like to meet, as you know the different states that I'm in, it will make it way easier for me to pre-plan for all of you and make it easier for everybody to get to me. I also had another realization yesterday. I think sometimes say things as I'm trying to encourage twins, especially the newly lost twins, because I try to stay so positive and be such an encouragement to folks that sometimes I think I say things that might not seem very supportive or encouraging. And so one of the realizations I came to as I was talking to one of the twins last night is that I said that, you know, we're your family, and what I realized is that we don't choose our family. You know, we get born into a specific family, and there's so many of us that have immensely challenging experiences in navigating our grief with our family, because some of them, they aren't a twin. Some of us come from families with lots of twins, but some of us don't. And they don't understand the twin bond. They don't understand the twin loss. They just don't understand, and that's totally okay. But we didn't choose that family. We didn't choose to be born into that family. We didn't choose to have the siblings that we have and the parents that we have. And some of us have faced some really, really challenging dynamics. I've heard crazy stories of the lack of support, and not, family doesn't even want you to talk about it anymore. They're tired of hearing about your twin and all that. And it sucks. And there's some twins that don't even have extended family. They're literally alone, and they don't have a biological family to connect with anymore. I mean, it goes this whole spectrum. But what I realized about our community is we didn't choose to be part of the twinless community either. This wasn't a family that we wanted to be born into. And there's a whole lot of angst about that. It can be so incredibly painful, especially when you're brand new to our family. But here's the cool thing about our family. What's different about our family than our biological family is that we do get to choose which twins we bond with. There are some twins that will resonate with you better than others. And there's some that will speak to your heart better than others. And you get to choose. You get to decide who you're going to connect with, who's going to be from your cookie batch, as I've said before. Because we're all God's creatures, and so those souls that got made in the same batch as you resonate with really, really quickly, and they speak to your heart, and you have so much in common. And those cookies that were made in a different batch, like a peanut butter batch or a snickerdoodle batch, I'm the chocolate chip batch, but they're still made of the same dough, but they're a different kind of cookie. So anyways, as you find the twins that are from your cookie batch, that can be so healing and so amazing. And so I know people are like, it's not the same, this isn't the same as a biological family. And I get it. But what is the same is we're all twins. And we are all connected because of the way we were created. Let me say that one more time. We are all connected because of the way we were created. And because of that, we have an opportunity to really, really bond with one another if we allow ourselves to. And because of that bond, we can bring immense healing. If we can get past our fear of meeting, then we can experience immense healing. So the other thing that I wanted to apologize for is I've made the statement, turning grief into gratitude. And I think to myself, how naive of me. How can anyone truly be grateful for being twinless? I mean, really grateful, right? Because it kind of sucks. So what I want to do is turn our grief into grace. Not gratitude, but grace. There will be aspects of this journey that we'll be grateful for. Like, I am so grateful for all the twins that go out of their way to meet with me. It is crazy, the gifts that have been given to me, not expected at all. I just want a hug. You don't have to show up with a present every time you meet me. It's so sweet when you do. It's very thoughtful, and I'm very, very grateful. But the biggest gift for me is being part of the project and being willing to meet me and give me a hug, and that's amazing. So I've changed my message. I don't want to change your grief into gratitude. I don't. That's your journey. That's up to you. That's what you need. If that's what you want, then you'll figure that out, and you'll find the things that you're grateful for, and being twinless probably isn't one of them. I don't know, it may end up being one of them. Changing twinless to twinful, maybe? Be grateful for that. Not so grateful necessarily for the twinless journey, but grateful for what you learned about yourself and your twin powers through that journey. Okay, I could see potentially being grateful for that. But what I want to do is model grace. How I've been able to, turn my grief into grace, and want to be gracious with all people, to be loving with all people, to take my hurt and the experiences I've been through and allow it to transform me into a loving and gracious person. So that's my new message. And I'm sorry that the whole grief to gratitude thing didn't click for me before now. But know that I adore all of you. I appreciate all of you. I'm so grateful to be here with my mom in her nest. I slept so good last night. Oh my gosh, I haven't slept that good in weeks. It was amazing. And she's doing quite well. But now I have to sign off because we're getting ready to go to her doctor's appointment and see what her test results are. I promise to post once we know what's happening with my dear mom. I love you all very, very much. Thank you so much for watching me and for encouraging me and for lifting me up. Hello, Ruben, back in California. I see you, my friend. I love you. And Amanda, such a dear, sweet soul, girl. I promise I'm coming to your house. I don't think I'm going to make it this trip, but I'll be back because my mom is so close. So I will come back and I will get you that hug. Okay, sweetheart? I love you both very much, and I will talk to everybody soon. Thank you.